don't remember what I was saying, but whatever it was last week we shared on truth. And I did say we were going to share on trust. So we are going to be sharing on trust today. And I also wanted to mention that I now have my own YouTube channel. So you can find me on YouTube, logging in by using my full name, Veronica Gabrielle LaBerry. What can we trust? What can we trust? We can trust what does not change. Truth does not change. Truth is a state of being. It's the realized word. It is unalterable, unchanging, unchangeable, changeless, forever and forever. We cannot understand these concepts intellectually. They're independent of the intellect. We have the tools that have been given us to use so we can remember what is already there, stored in our memory. Trust means a willingness to let go of the fears that are tormenting us and surrendering to the reality that is you, your true self, beyond the physical, beyond name and form, beyond your self-made ideas of what you think you are, beyond the superficial, artificial self that we have accepted as being real, beyond the physical. Where there is suspicion, trust. Trust means that you can act from a consciousness of love without any sense of doubt and uncertainty, but with a sense of assurance, certainty, confidence, and security that is beyond the physical, beyond name and form. By not allowing fear to feed on the strength of your soul. Trust and know. The knowledge is there within each and every one of us. Trust and know that what you are really yearning for is already within you, just waiting to emerge, waiting to be accepted by you. Trust means you're not violating the terms of the trust agreement. When you violate the terms of the trust, you need not be surprised at anything that happens. Because when you violate the terms of the trust, it means you're shutting yourself off from your God-given natural power. You are pruning and training, and you're training your mind in a systematic way, other than the way it's been trained, which is non-training. And there's a sense of willingness and trust within you, because you do want to see differently. So you're training your inner eye, training that corrects and molds. You're being molded in the exact replica of wholeness, holiness. And you're training your mind to be like a lamp where the flame does not flicker. Your attention is one-pointed, single vision. You're learning to see differently. From a self-centered world of illusions to a God-centered world of selflessness. And that is the essence of illumination. The changeless self, the one self, forever, forever free, forever pure, and forever beautiful. That is our true essence. Trust means you're applying creative law to everyday living. And you're living according to the law. And when we live according to the law, all that you desire comes into manifestation in God's wise and wonderful way. Trust means you are entrusted with the gifts of God. You are the gift. Your life is a gift to the world, and it has been given to you to share. And trust means you cannot accept the gifts on the outside until you first accept the gift on the inside. Everything has to come from within, and it's already there within us. And trust means being aware of your gifts. And we know awareness is the key to transformation, and you're transforming consciousness. You're letting go of fears that have been stifling you and accepting the truth of what you are. Trust means you're centering your thoughts on what is real, so you can recognize, and to recognize is to know that you do have everything. So trust has to be your foundation, where you will gain great dividends as the light of the world. Trust means you're not allowing thoughts of poverty to oppress you. Trust means you're remembering what is already there, stored in your memory, the truth of what you are. I am as God created me. I am eternal. I am an eternal being, filled with love and light. Not a human being filled with pain and misery. Subject to the passage of time. Feeling weak and exhausted. Trust is knowing that all things are safe. It means you're not placing your faith in the shabby offerings of the ego, who has nothing to offer and is nothing. You're trusting in the creative action of life. And you're looking at your life as a trust. And you're having trust in the world. And your world represents your thoughts. And you're choosing wisely. It means you're no longer valuing what is valueless. You're valuing what is valuable. And you're recognizing, trusting that all things, all events, all encounters and circumstances are helpful. And when you're trusting, you feel a sense of joy, a sense of lightheartedness. Because you're not placing pathetic faith in what your eyes and ears report. You're trusting your intuition. You're trusting in the inner voice, your soul, the stillness within. And you're settling down into quiet, into peace. And you're realizing God did not create this sorry world. This mad direction was our choice. Trust is a state of being that is innocent and silent. It means you are laying aside all judgments and asking for what you want in every situation, in every circumstance. It means you're allowing love to bring you into a deeper sense of trust and understanding of life. You're ending the past. It's over, never more to be returned. Like pages removed from the yearbook of your life. Trust means certainty of purpose. Purpose means intention. Intention means determination to act in a certain way. And you're acting from a consciousness of love. Your life becomes purposeful. You're fulfilling your sacred obligations. Fullness from within. And you're trusting in the creative action of life because you're letting go of your concrete misconceptions. You're coming home to the wisdom that is already there within you. And feeling a sense of freedom, lightness. You're choosing your feelings and desires, and you're reshaping your life. You're releasing your mind and letting it fly to its natural home. You're accepting your true relationship with yourself. And you're allowing the sweet nectar of the light to comfort your soul. What we have to ultimately learn and understand is that there is nothing going on outside of us. You are weaving the pattern of your life, and the path is unique for each of us. There has been a sort of a smoke screen of doubt. To doubt is to not know, between the selfish will and the selfless will. When will this torture end? Through the desired process of surrender. We have to trust in something, whatever name we may want to give it, that we cannot see with physical eyes, but you have a sense. It's there. It's your blueprint. Trust means heart and mind must be in perfect equilibrium. So you want to look at your life as a trust. You have been entrusted with this gift. You have the gift. And it was given to you to give, to share. And when you recognize, and to recognize is to know, and to know is to be certain. When you recognize this truth, you also recognize that you have to take good care of the body because you need it for selfless service and action. You have a mighty purpose to fulfill. So you're no longer assigning it to roles it cannot fill. And it's your responsibility to correct your wrong thinking process and choose right ideas, right thinking, which follows right action, right-mindedness, right use of the mind. Nothing belongs to us. Things are to be used. When its usefulness is over, it's just laid aside. There's no longer a need for it. Everything is borrowed and has to be returned, and that includes your body. The responsibility is up to you. Your life is a gift. It's your life. And your life is a gift to the world. You are the gift of life. And there's only one life. And that we share with all of creation. We share one life because there's only one source. So we have to wake up from the sleep, the dream state, that life is external, and trust in the creative action of life. Universal mind has tossed us a lifeline. We're not being asked to do what lies beyond our understanding. Grab a hold of it and sail effortlessly. I'm not saying you're not going to have challenges. There are opportunities for growth, for expansion. You're sailing away effortlessly from fear forever. Why? Because you're trusting in the creative action of life. The physical body is a communication device to take you to your permanent residence. And that's the fine print of the trust agreement. The first wealth is health. From a healthy mind comes a healthy body. And the gifts that you have, they're not for you alone. They are to be shared. So we have to learn to share. Creation is sharing, and you are creation, creating in a world of changing form. Trust and know that what you're yearning for, what you really desire, is already within you, just waiting to be accepted. What can you trust? What is in your mind? Chance or accident is not responsible for anything that happens to us. We are held responsible. You are your thoughts. Your thoughts make up your world. I am responsible for what I see. I choose the feelings I experience, and I decide upon the goal I would achieve. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for and receive as I have asked. We're all here exploring opportunities to attain the wisdom and knowledge of what we are, the truth of what you are. God did not forget us. We forgot God. We just simply forgot. All spiritual texts assure us that God is all there is. And God is an energy field of pure, unconditional love. And you are created, not made, in the image and likeness of God. As you release, trust. What can you trust? That what does not change. Truth does not change. Love is changeless. So we have to surrender. Surrender to love. There is an intelligence that's operating for good in your life, that wants to succeed through you. You're shifting. You're letting go. You're trusting in something that is there within us. Don't fight. Just surrender. Be willing to be led by the greatest of all leaders. You cannot lose your way. The only one that can hold you back is yourself. And in order for us to bring into manifestation the desires of our heart, trust has to be your foundation. We have to trust. It's not that we cannot manifest. We have to raise our vibration. And trust is our foundation. Because you are one being with the impetus, the force to expand further. You're bringing to earth the pure reflection of what you are. And we cannot intellectualize what is taking place. You want to breathe in wholeness. Release the mind from its stuck position. Relax and trust. When in doubt, ask for clarity. You will feel it in your heart. You are the open door. No man can shut. You cannot lose your way. One who knows is with you. You're not alone. The mountain and the road are your own self-made thoughts. Truth is God's will. Share God's will, and you will know what God knows. And to will is to desire. And desire is the key to life. And there's only one life. And that we share with all of creation. We share one life because there's only one source. So let your desire be to know the truth and trust. Trust in the creative action of life. Release in gladness and trust. It's an opportunity to apply spiritual principles to everyday living. It's an opportunity to become aware that God is the source of all supply. And we must look to God and not man, not the external world of form. It's an opportunity to recognize, and to recognize is to know that God is the source of all, infinite supplier, unlimited, unrestricted, eternally free. And we are supplied, sustained, provided, maintained, protected, comforted, and supported by the invisible force that is operating for good in your life. In you, as you, through you, and with you. And this requires trust, willingness, open-mindedness, and a deep desire for change, to live differently, think differently, and see differently. To give up the image that you've made, so you can see yourself another way, your true self, in the image in which you were created. So we have to be courageous to step out of the things of time that keeps us bound, that keeps us trapped. Disengage from time. Have the courage to let go and trust. Turn your back, as I did, on the thought system of man, and put your attention on the thoughts of God. The courage to step out and step up and allow your life to unfold into a grand and glorious light. And trust me, you will never be disappointed. I have no disappointments in my life. I heard the call. Of Course in Miracles spoke to me very deeply. And I listened to the silent command of the inner voice. And have been trusting in it. And you will be celebrating your escape from all that you have made, from all of your fearful thoughts, your disqualified thought patterns. You're discovering your own inner strength. You're facing all the obstacles calmly and courageously, knowing you're traveling on the royal road to your native home. I do have to say, and I flashed on this morning, and it's just coming up again within me, every seeming obstacle that has been put in my way has been surmounted by me not losing the awareness of my true identity and trusting You may think that you are in an impossible situation. Only because you think it's possible to be in one. It takes an innocent mind that's not crowded to let go and trust. Trust and know that you are being taken care of. When learning, as the Course teaches us, when learning something of value, learning comes easy. You are letting go of the meaningless for the meaningful. We do not ask too much of life, but far too little. Trust and allow life to be your teacher and friend. Release. Trust and remember. I rule my mind, which I alone must rule. Lesson 236. You want to treat your mind with compassion. You are the king in the kingdom of your mind. Trust and know that your inner splendor is emerging. And you are allowing love to bring you into a deeper sense of trust and understanding of life. And life is now. And there's only one life that we share with all of creation. You are releasing in trust and remembering what is real. You're opening your appetite so you can be fed, so you can be nourished. You're letting go of the disaster that you have made and now trusting in the creative action of life. And now you're watchful in educating your heart. And you're like a child. The child knows what feels good and will go for that feeling no matter what. A child trusts that it's going to be taken care of. The child knows it's going to be fed. The child knows its diaper is going to be changed. Trust and know that you're being taken care of. But we must be willing and open. We have to look within. There's nothing going on outside of us. Look within and meet your true self. Step out of the momentum of me, mine, and more. The things of time that keeps us bound and seeing ourselves less than we truly are. And accepting their illusions as being real. No illusion has any truth in it. Think of yourself in your heart as God created you, because that is what you are. And no one can give you what you already have. So we need to step out and step up. Hear your true self calling you home. You don't have to hear a voice. It's a feeling within you that says, it's right. Trust and follow. And that's the way my life has been for the past 26 years. Just trusting and following You're releasing in gentleness and trust. We have to remember that, God is the cosmic carpenter who shapes and chisels life into all its forms. You are removing all trace of fear from your disturbed and tortured mind. You're lifting your heart above despair. You're tossing all of your burdens away into the light and allowing laughter to return. And you're letting go. You're practicing letting go in gentleness and trust. You're not alone. Detach from what seems to be taking place outside of you. Detach and trust. You're removing all of the unreportable mental activity that keeps the mind in a state of fear. Never doubt. Trust. You want to relate only to what does not change. Let your focus only be on the dream of reality. Be true to yourself. Your blackest nightmares all mean nothing. There is an intelligence operating for good in your life that wants to succeed through you. Do not be concerned with where you're going. It's better than where you've been. And you will have no regrets. I have no regrets. You want to breathe the breath of life. Breathe the holy breath. And trust. It's free. Trust and allow the energy of God I am to flow uninterrupted and in the right direction. You are turning your weaknesses into strength. You're claiming your forgotten power. And again, when you receive a message, don't dismiss what you're hearing. Trust. Think about it. When in doubt, ask for clarity. Seek not to answer, but to receive the answer. You're resting alert